Yes, this is the GeoComply Remote Darts League. It's already night number 7, and we're on to match number 2. And let's introduce this next international clash. It's Richard Veenstra of the Netherlands taking on Darren Herewini of New Zealand. Good evening, Richard.
Good evening.
And good morning, Darren.
Good morning.
Richard, you were with us on opening night, weren't you? A mixed sort of bag for you that first night. A win, a loss and a draw. Talk us through it. You took on James Richardson, didn't you? The champion in the very first game of the tournament.
Yeah, his start was amazing. He started really good, and I was 3-1 behind, and yeah, it kept all the way 6-3. In the second game, I missed too many doubles against Larry Butler. So yeah, that was a draw for me, and yeah, I won the last one.
Yes, you did indeed. And whereas for Darren, there were some good darts amongst it, Darren, but you really couldn't get going in that first night. You mentioned that you were pretty cold, weren't you?
Yeah, I brought out a bit of heater this time, so yeah, sort of just warmed up the shed a little bit, and yeah. But big kudos, big ups to everyone that I played last week, and Laura and everyone else that I played was actually phenomenal. It was good darts.
Yeah, you didn't have an easy evening with Joe Chaney and Paul Hogan as well as Laura, so a tricky one, but looking to get off the mark here. So what time were you up this morning, Darren?
I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Just try and get some warm up, try and get my arm going and stuff like that. So everything's I hope
8:30 in the morning there. So if Darren is tired for one reason, maybe Richard by the end of the night you'll be tired the other way around. It's already 10:30 at home. You've got a young family. You've sent them off to bed already.
Yeah. There is no Wi-Fi otherwise to get here, so they have to go in bed.
Good. We've seen you two at World Cups, Europe Cups, of course. Have you played each other?
I don't think so.
I don't think we have. No. I'm not. No. Yeah, no, I don't think we have.
Yeah, I mean Darren, the reigning World Cup singles champion, and Richard, a former World Cup pairs champion. So you've both got the pedigree in international regard. It'll be good to see you though go head to head this evening or this morning.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. No.
Okay, well let's get the practice darts flying.
Cheers, Rich.
Good game.
Cheers, Rich.
Yeah, as I say, the World Cup singles champion, Darren, he won that up in Romania late last year. And also mention the Europe Cup from Richard's point of view, of course, from the Netherlands. He was singles champion of the Europe Cup on home soil back in 2016. This is our second match. If you've only just joined us, O'Shea Tony, that is, a runaway winner in the first match over Stacey Pace, 6-0. He'll be back to face both of these players later this evening. For now, it's all about Richard Veenstra versus Darren Herewini. Once the practice darts are over, it's going to be Richard to throw first. Okay, gents?
Yeah, good game.
Yeah, good.
Game on.
Cheers, Rich.
85.
$100.
41.
60.
140.
140.
65.
93.
Richard requires 170.
134.
Darren requires 108.
76.
Richard requires 36.
Yeah, with the last one.
Yeah, it's the first leg to Richard Veenstra. Second leg, Darren to throw first.
$60.
45.
100.
140.
100.
140.
60.
40.
97.
Richard requires 136.
96.
Darren requires 84.
48.
Richard on 40.
30.
Darren, you require 36.
Game in 1.
Yes, it's the second leg to Darren Herewini. Third leg, Richard to throw first.
140.
100.
58.
45.
95.
140.
140.
60.
Richard, you require 68.
Veenstra in 2.
Yep, it's the third leg, Richard Veenstra. Fourth leg, Darren to throw first.
60.
59.
100.
96.
140.
93.
60.
60.
Darren requires 141.
90.
171.
Yeah, great visit down under for Richard, but Darren requires 51.
Game in 2.
Yeah, the fourth leg, Darren Herewini. Fifth leg, Richard to throw first.
Ooh. 80.
140.
140.
96.
100.
41.
134.
93.
Richard requires 47.
15.
Darren requires 131.
91.
Richard requires 32.
Yeah, we're the last one.
Oh, the fifth leg to Richard Veenstra. Great effort on the 131 from Darren. Sixth leg, Darren to throw first.
57.
180.
The first 180 of the match goes to Richard Veenstra.
60.
59.
140.
128.
100.
Richard requires 134.
56.
Darren requires 144.
Oh, gross. 40.
Richard requires 78.
58.
Darren, you require 104.
Game in 3.
Wonderful finish there. The 104 for Darren Herewini to take the 6th leg. 7th leg, Richard throwing first.
59.
57.
100.
60.
140.
134.
95.
60.
Richard requires 107.
71.
85.
Richard requires 36.
27.
Darren, you require 105.
26.
Richard requires 9.
Yeah, what the last one?
Oh, the first one was a risky one, but it's in the single one and finds the double 2 in the end. The 7th leg, Richard Veenstra. 8th leg, Darren to throw first.
96.
24.
100.
60.
Oh. 84.
134.
81.
60.
Darren requires 140.
100.
61.
Darren, you require 40.
Oh, God. 30.
76.
Darren on 10.
No score.
Richard, you require 86.
72.
Darren, you require 10.
Game in 3.
Oh, big last start there from Darren Herewini to take the 8th leg on the double 5. 9th leg, Richard to throw first.
60.
57.
140.
140.
100.
100.
125.
96.
Richard requires 76.
Game shot. What last one?
It is the 9th leg to Richard Veenstra, the 10th and final leg. It's Darren to throw first.
100.
140.
58.
60.
100.
140.
100.
Richard requires 161.
57.
Darren, you require 143.
97.
Richard requires 104.
56.
Darren requires 46.
3.
It's there, it's game shot and the 10th leg to Darren Herewini, a 5-5 draw. Well, gentlemen, come in and see us.
Wow, what a game.
Oh, Darren, we're off the mark.
Yeah. Richard played well. Holding each other's leagues was phenomenal. I think I clocked out like 104 finishes just to try and keep the league. And he played well. It was awesome to play.
Absolutely, Darren. I was going to mention a few of those key moments. I mean, the 1-3-1 that you missed with the 2 double tops, hit the first, missed the second. That would have been a break early on. But then you needed that 104, didn't you, just to hold on at 3-3?
Just to pull back and try and hold on to my darts and or try and hold on to my throws. So, I'm relatively happy. At the end of the day, I know me and Richard could play a little bit more better than them, try and put on a bit of a show for everyone that's watching. But at the end of the day, we out here, we're playing darts, so that's good.
Absolutely. And Richard, as Darren said, all 10 legs have gone with the throw. Some great darts amongst it, but maybe one of your most important darts of the whole match was that single 1 when you needed 9.
Yeah, he
I
was
tell you,
close to
Darren,
it.
it was right on the wire.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I was watching. I was seeing it. I was hoping it was in another number, but no, it wasn't. So it
sorry.
was good.
And then Richard, you've actually had a chance, didn't you? I think it was 86 when you had that one dart at 7-7, and that could have been the break, I think, to go 5-3 up. Darren, you clung on with that 5-5 at the end.
Yeah. I mean, my score is not as good as it should be. My doubling is as well as my bloody scoring. So at the end of the day, I've got a lot to work on. So doubling my scoring is just not as well. So
you're going to be back to play Stacey Pace in a couple of games' time. How about you, Richard? How do you feel overall about the match?
Yeah, scoring is pretty good, but important doubles on 68 or 87 or maybe 100. I need to hit those doubles, otherwise you can't win those games in short form. So.
And Richard,
all I was worried about was just hearing that game shot from you. Oh, mate. It's almost like, you gave me a shot. So I'm going to take it.
Well done.
It's not often we see a game played out all the way across the game when every leg of darts is held by the person throwing first. Richard, are you aware of that each and every leg? When you're playing, were you aware that every leg was getting held onto?
Oh, yeah. But I was thinking, I'm still in front then, so I need to get one. And yeah, let's do it with the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Like every time I seen you go, I'm like, 3-2, and then 3-all, and then 4-3. I was like, oh, come on, mate. Like, I need to do something. I need to do something. So, but no, good on you, Rich. You played well, bro. And good luck for the rest of the night, mate. It was brilliant, guys. Thank you for playing. Awesome.
Yeah, well, however tense it was for the two of you, for all the neutrals, we thoroughly enjoyed it. So well done to both. Richard, you're going to be sticking around. You're taking on Tony O'Shea. So we'll talk to you again in just a moment. And Darren, we'll see you a little bit later on.
See you. Cheers, mate.